All right. Good morning, everyone. This is so funny because everybody thought that I'm gonna, you know, make my first video talking about fears, and I'm gonna look so good. But I don't believe in that things anymore. I believe more in the perfect moment. I think it helps me a lot, so I'm gonna project that also. So I think there is not a perfect moment, it's not a perfect outfit, it's not a perfect nothing. The only thing that is perfect is your inspiration and the moment that you really feel ready for this. Okay? So, what I'm gonna talk today is something extremely important. It's an important day today. I have a situation um, that I think it makes me realize, it makes me one more time knowing me. It makes me, it makes me, because every situation, every hard situation that I have in my life, you have two options: complain about it or make something productive, make something good of it, get in to know you better, you know. So in my case, that's what I've been doing in the last 3 years approximately. And when I said the last 3 years, consciously, 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 I put in my mind and try to progress and get better every day. Okay, so I want to explain you basically through my process how it works for me, you know. And it's a lot of this out there, and a lot of people is talking about this because I don't know, everyone has different options, everyone has different ideas, everyone have different experience, everyone grow up in a different environment with different people, be treated in a different way. So that's why this is something very personal. But sometimes when we share personal stuff, we can help others. So that's my main goal, honestly, when I'm making my coffee, because I love coffee. And it's almost 10 in the morning, I think. So yeah, it's time to make my coffee. So yeah, basically what I want to really talk is about how overcome fears. How overcome fears. Fears is something that everyone has in their life. Everyone has in their life. Okay. Um, I feel like it's something very important, and no one knows about this. Okay. So that's what I thought that my first video I wanna start talking about fears. Okay. What I'm saying this is I'm gonna give you a little introduction about myself first, so that way you can know me. Okay, when I'm putting my coffee machine making. Okay, first of all, my name is Emmanuel. Okay, I'm a very crazy person. Sometimes I'm very honest. I'm a person who loves art. I love expressionism. I like music. I I I teach dance lessons. That's my full-time job. I dance many hours a week. I nothing. I teach different style of dances, from hip hop, tango, salsa, merengue, contemporary, jazz, a lot of different things that it makes me happy. This change, I've been dancing all my life, but I think when I start recognizing my fears, allows me to do what I really like. Okay, because it's something that nobody knows, but in the same time, it's something that is gonna help us to grow and to do something that we really love. Okay, so this is my point. I give you a little bit introduction of me. I'm from Argentina. Okay, I live. I grew up in a small city called named Mendoza. Okay, and nothing. I dance all my life. I grew up with my family. My grandma has a dance studio, so she taught me everything that I know. After that, I nothing. I start like working on and studying different like with different teachers, and I became like a professional dancer. I start like working on nightclubs, working on like in plays, dancing on plays, dancing on different huge theaters and huge events. So nothing. I've been doing a little bit of everything in my life. Then I studied graphic design for a couple of years, so that helped me a lot with knowing, getting to know about coloring, about like a little stuff like this. Really, 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 really good. Okay, so fears is something that I picked today to talk about because fears are everywhere. Everywhere has fears. Everywhere is like whatever, like some people is more like fearless than the other one. Some people scared of everything, and some people doesn't. They don't scare anything because they love adrenaline. They like to do crazy things, and like it's like, oh my God, this guy how can no fears? Doesn't have any fears. That is like how you can do that. For me, for my experience, I I study my thought process based on an amazing coach that her name is Covadonga Perez Lozana. Okay, she's from Spain. If you wanna like go and see her videos, it's amazing. The only thing is in Spanish because she's from Spain. I think she's working on something for in English, but no, still. For me, it's the opposite. It's so crazy because I start with this and I decide to just start in English. Like I feel like this is I like this language. So it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. So basically, everything that I know is about her and a lot of videos and books that I read in the past, and like everything I take information from everywhere and make my own opinion, like that's how life should be. You gotta listen. Everybody have something different to teach you, but in the moment that you have to make up your own opinion, it have to be based in what you think, what your experience is, and what you listen about. You cannot believe everything out there. It's like because everyone is different. Like I says, everyone grow up in a different environment, so that means like not everything like I'm saying is gonna work for you, or not everything like she says is gonna work for you. But things like you gotta listen because it helps. I think like it will help. And life, the way how it works through fears is because it wants the best for us. It wants for us to evolve. It wants to create an evolution. Okay, an evolution that the way how life show you the best way to evolve is through fears. Okay, and no one knows that because as soon as you have a fear, you run away in the opposite direction, and it shouldn't be like that. It's like it's totally the opposite. As soon as you recognize the fear, you gotta accept. Okay, because acceptance is something extremely important because it's like, all right, I have a problem, I have a fear. For example, I'm afraid of spiders. I'm giving you in like very like non like a very like minimum example. I'm afraid of spiders. Okay, little spiders, big spiders, whatever. I'm so afraid. You know how life work to show you that you have to evolve that. It says like, okay, I'm gonna put a spider in front of Emmanuel. So Emmanuel gets scared, but what he gonna do with that? That's the thing. What I'm gonna do with the spider? If I see the spider, you have a couple of options. Kill it, that is so wrong because Mother Nature don't play with only if I don't know if it's a house and try to put it in the little Tupperware and throw it away. Like don't kill the animals. It's not good. But you have that option. You have an option that to scream and call mommy or daddy or sister, the bigger sister or something, or you have the option to run away also. That means like when you run away, next time that you see a spider, how you gonna react? The same way? So that's my point. Or confront the fear. When you confront the fear and you go directly to the point that you say like, all right, this is my fear, what I'm gonna do. If you go, take the spider, put it on a little Tupperware, confront that fear, and let it go to the nature, that's the best way that you're gonna like solve that problem. Because you know why? Next time that you wanna see a spider, you're gonna react the same. You're not gonna be afraid. Say, oh, it's a spider, okay, everybody calm down, I'm gonna help you out. And you're gonna react that. So this like a little bit analogy is like in general how life works for us. Life works that way. Life put you in front of your eyes with every single minute, every single like day, put you in front of your eyes your own fears. Your own fears, so that way you can overcome them. You can pass through them and get better. Okay? I'm gonna give you another example. I don't love myself. Let's talk about a little bit about relationships. I don't love myself. All right. So I'm complaining all the time because the coffee is ready. So let's keep talking. I'm complaining every time because I don't know, I have bad boyfriends. My boyfriends or girlfriends, treat me bad. They don't respect me. They do this and that and blah blah blah. And how can be this way? Like, is this an example? For example, the people they don't love themselves. They don't respect themselves. Life put you someone right next to you who doesn't respect you, who doesn't talk to you well, who doesn't love you in the right way. So it's like those things you have to start. It's a long process. For me, it took a long time, honestly. It took a really long time. But it's a process that everyone can pass through. Everyone can solve it, okay? Because, like I said, this apply to everything. Everything. You are afraid to have money. Like everyone, for example, everyone want to have money. Everyone wants to have money. And when you don't have money, you say like, but why? If I want so bad and I'm trying to save and I work so hard and I never have money. Yeah, because in the back of your mind, you have that fear. It says like, wow, how life works in that situation. It's like, oh, okay. Emmanuel has a lot of fears in not having money. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put him in a situation that he will be so broke that he's gonna realize that money is not important in life. The money is just a complement. The money is just an energy, like it's something else, And sometimes we can realize that because no one teaches that. And it's just like, oh, come on, Emmanuel, so if you're not afraid of money, you're gonna start having money. Yeah, something like that. Absolutely. Absolutely like that. You don't have to be afraid of money. You don't have to work so hard to make money. You know what you have to do? Listen your heart. You gotta close your eyes, listen your heart, and try to follow all those emotions that you have inside, all those passions that you have inside, and make it real and make it happen. Everyone working something that they don't like. Everyone works something that they don't like. Everyone goes to work. A lot of people that I know, they just do to work, and they do the work, and like, they're like so hard and everything because they don't like it, but they need the money, they need to pay, they need to support their dreams. I know a lot of that. Okay, for me, I'm in a different situation, and I'm so thankful for that. It wasn't easy, but I made it. I made this. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking right now, because I want like everyone over there make their own dreams, like can live their own dreams, and like be able to have fun in life, because that's what life is. Life is not to suffering. Life is not to being crying. Life is not to be treating bad. Life is like to enjoy, to make fun, to have fun. Sorry, to like to know, how much potential we have. Everyone is so important in this. Everyone is very important in this, like in this life. Like everyone has something to apport. Everyone have something to give in this life. So the thing is, like, sometimes people don't know how to react that. People don't know how to explore that part of life. But this is another chapter. I'm gonna talk about how to, in another episode, I'm gonna talk about and explain you exactly how works life with, for me at least, about jobs and like make the things that you like and everything. Okay. So let's come back a little bit to the same subject that we've been talking. That is about all the fears. Okay. And like I says, the first step is recognize what is the fear. The second step is try to do like an overview, okay? Overview of the situation is happening. Like, very nice. Nothing better than a nice coffee in the morning, right? Second step is like try to overview what life is trying to tell me, what life is trying to teach me. Because I can tell like could be the easiest part or could be the hardest part to recognize that. Because sometimes we don't know what life wanna tell us. Life just put a situation and deal with it. So that's our challenge, like human beings, that recognize that problem. Because it's like sometimes we don't know what life wanna tell us, but we wanna know what we're gonna get better. Sometimes we don't feel good, but we don't know what's going on. Or sometimes we don't have money and we're working so hard. Or sometimes we are a lovely person and we cannot meet someone, we cannot meet the correct person. So it's like everybody needs to love. Everybody needs to be loved. Everybody needs to express themselves. Everybody have to be free. Something very important to add for this, that applies to every single fear, is it's about, I want to ask you guys also that please comment and please ask me questions. Like, I work a lot, but any question that you have, I will respond to you and I will tell you what I think about it. But make sure that be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid what people gonna say about you. Do not do that, because you know what? Those are fears. For example, it's like, oh my God, if I put this, what this, what they're gonna say? They're gonna say I'm a faggot. They're gonna say like I don't know, like I'm so feminine. This is not for example, this is directly like a comment to the gay community, for example, and that's a fear. That's a fear. So what is the fear? They tell me that. The fear is like, it's telling me, oh, Emmanuel, so you worry about what people think. So you worry to don't be accepted by people because the way how you dress. So the real root and the problem of that is not that I don't picking the right clothes. The real problem is not that I'm so feminine. The real problem, no, the real problem for me in that case, because I have it in the past, is because I was afraid to be accepted. So I was choosing and picking my clothes because another person. So I was changing my own self, the way I was picking my clothes, because I was thinking about what that person's gonna think about it. So what happens? The focus, instead being in me, that is the most important thing. That is another thing that we're gonna talk about. That the focus. Where will your focus how to be? Your focus gotta be on you. If you think in somebody else, if you think about what somebody else think about, like your focus is not in you. When you gotta put the focus in you, you know what that means? So it's like, all right, open the closet. I want to use this today. Because why? Because I like it. That's it. That's so simple. So when you start getting connected with yourself, when you start being in pure connection, when you start being in absolute connection with your own self, automatically everything is gonna change. I swear to God. I swear to God. So for now, the first thing, how to overcome fears, the first thing that you're gonna do is try to figure it out and see what is the root, what is the base of that, what life is gonna try to tell me, okay? So that's very important. And after that, you're gonna start working on that, all right? Because like, for example, there's a lot of medium fears. It's like fears like, like, for example, to don't be accepted is the one common mistake and common fear that people has. Or for example, let me think about another example. Fears about I'm gonna give you another example for me, for example. Like when I started talking in English, I couldn't speak because like I was so afraid what people they're gonna laugh at me, they're gonna do this and that and nothing. I realized it's like Emmanuel, listen, this is your second language and like you know what? You gotta speak if you wanna talk well. You gotta start practicing. You need to start talking. So when you have those fears, you know what life this did to me? Put people to make fun of me. Put people to make fun of me. But what life do that? It's not because life is tough. It's not because life in the back of my mind, I don't understand that in that moment, but now I understand. In that moment, life was challenging me. So it's like, all right, man, you want to talk in English? You're going to see people who are going to make fun of you. So that way you're going to push yourself to get better and better and better and practice more. And then you know what? The first person make fun of me, the second person, and the third person, you know what? I was laughing with them. Like, oh, I'm sorry, this is not my first language, and like blah blah blah. And like nowadays, I work. My husband is like, he's American. He doesn't speak Spanish. My whole work is like in English mostly. Like 95% of my work is in English. Like like that. It's like honestly like It's like everything. It's everything. So make sure people now, I don't want to make it so long, but make sure to understand what life is trying to tell you through fears. Fears come from the ego. Ego, I'm gonna invite you to try to Google, try to see another videos. There is a lot and amazing videos that I learned also about ego. Ego equal fears. Love equal love yourself. Love equal your heart in a significant way. Okay, so we have two things to react, two ways to react in general in life, from your ego or from your heart, from your fears or from your love. So start thinking about that, okay? Start thinking about how much you love, how much you how much fears you have, how much love you have, and how much fears you have. Because then in the future, you're gonna understand that there is nothing good, nothing bad. There is no light, there is no dark, there is no darkness. There is not like, everything is like dual, dual, dual. Because they belong together. It's like the yin and yang, one part of white, one part of black. Everything has to be combined. But when we have more fears than love, there is no working, because we live in fears. We are afraid to grow. We are afraid to be ourselves. We are outgrow to express ourselves. Sometimes we don't say things and because afraid of someone gonna think about it, and what? You gotta say what you think, honey. That's what you gotta say. You gotta say exact. You gotta express yourself. You have to have and own your own voice, okay? So that way you will be able to. You're gonna reach a lot of good things in life. You're gonna have a lot and amazing things, because you know what? When you start being loyal to yourself, good things happens. Good things happens. Accept the fear. Fight for it. Try to find a way to go through fears, okay? When I say fears, it's a huge word, because it's like a lot of different fears. But I want to, in this session, in this first episode, I want to just talk about how life works with the fears. Remember, fears are a little test for us. So how sure we are about things, how much fears we have about something. But it always, if you think about this, always is because life wants us to evolve. You're gonna realize that life is perfect. Life is perfect. It's like life always gonna put you in front of you what you need to evolve, to get better. So my best advice for this video is do things with love. There is no other ways that you're gonna receive love. Do it with love. Express yourself with love. Communicate with love. Talk from your heart. And every time that you're gonna do something from your heart, not from your ego, from your fears. Oh, I'm gonna put this underneath this because maybe I'm gonna lose the money and someone's gonna steal it. I'm gonna put this money, for example, it's an example, I'm gonna put this in here, but you know what's gonna happen with that little money that you have? You have a little money and you're gonna hide it because you're afraid to lose that. You know what life is gonna do it? It's gonna take you away from that. It's gonna say, oh, you know what, Emmanuel, you don't need that money to be happy. You don't need that fear to grow in life. So you know what? You're gonna evolve that fear. And the best way to overcome fears is go through them. is go directly to them, directly to the root of the fear. That's gonna help you the most to overcome fears. Do not run away. Do not try to change. Do not try to change yourself. Love yourself. Go directly to the fears. Do it as many times you need to overcome that fear. Okay? Go through that. Directly to the spot the most afraid you are you. It's like go to that. That's what you have to do. That's what life is. Life teaches you a lesson every day. It's up to us how much you want to listen, or how much you want to listen, or how much you want to like avoid that. You know, you're gonna avoid it if you want to avoid it, but then next day or next month or next year, it's gonna put you something harder so you can understand that, listen, you gotta avoid this. Okay, for example, the money. I put this because I'm afraid to lose money. I'm gonna lose the money, and next week I'm gonna lose my car because someone gonna steal my car. So life is gonna tell you, listen, you need to connect with yourself. Stop putting your focus in external things. You gotta focus with your soul. You gotta love yourself. The famous quote, love yourself, love yourself. It's about that. It's like, it makes sense. And for me, after many, many years of reading and studying and dancing and fighting and everything, I realized like, wow, love yourself. Love yourself what means? Listen to yourself. Listen what you want. Listen what you like to do. Listen what you want to say. So walk out today, wake up with a different attitude. Everything is starting here. If you don't know how to react on some fears, it's like, please, God, universe, whatever you believe, whatever, doesn't matter. Please help me to overcome this. Show me the way, the perfect way. And after that, be open. Be open to see. Be open to listen what life is going to tell you. Okay? And life is going to put you exactly what you need in front of you. Trust in life. When I say trust in life, I mean trust in everything. Trust in people. Trust in what life is going to give you for you to evolve. Sometimes it's going to be by nice things, sometimes it's going to be bad things. But it's the way how you take them. So, good with a good attitude. Do not let anybody cut you off. Do not let everybody push you down. Just go there. If you're fierce, stay away from negative people. This common means it's a common things, basic things I'm talking today. Okay, very basic things. Focus on yourself. Go directly to the root of the fear. If you recognize the fear, go directly to the fear so you can overcome that fear and you evolve that part. Do not avoid it. As soon as you avoid it, life is gonna put you again in a different situation, in a different shape. You know what I mean? It's like life is gonna give you exactly the same. It's gonna put you in front of you exactly the same fear to evolve, but in a different way. Because you know what? It's gonna put you in a different scenario with different people, with different situations, but it's gonna be exactly the same. So that's what you gotta realize. And when you realize, accept the fear, and your conscience is like, all right, I need to evolve this because this is not letting me grow. Goodbye. That's the magic of life. As soon as you disconnect for one side and then connect for another side. When I say disconnect, means like you let go of that fear because you already overcome. You're gonna realize you're gonna feel like so much better, and you're gonna have new things coming in. So be ready because new things gonna come, new fears gonna come. Okay, but listen, the root and the basic of all this is do things with love from your heart. Every time that you do something, ask to yourself, this is from love? This is from fears? Why I'm doing this? Okay. So nothing. If you like the video, please put your thumb up, share it, I don't know, give it to some friend that maybe help us. Maybe if you know someone who's passing through like a bad situation, just share it, maybe it can help it. Follow me in my Instagram also. I have my Instagram, it's dance underscore with underscore Emmanuel with double M, Emmanuel. And nothing, I always post things in my Instagram. So nothing, I wish you the best. I really love you, and I'm so thankful for what I have. I'm so I'm very happy to be able to communicate this, because it's been a long time that I want to start working on this, and it's a long time that I wanted to start giving you guys what I know, because my life changed big time in the last 3 years, and I want to you change also. I want to for you change. I want to for you grow and be happy, okay? I'm still dealing with bad things, of course, but you know what? I'm accepting, I'm evolving. I'm accepting and evolving. Evolution is the key, all right? So I love you all. Do things we love. Love yourself. Look, I'm looking at you. Love yourself, okay? So thank you so much. And nothing, I'm gonna be updating new videos soon, okay? Mwah. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah.